so sorry for. I don't like putting anyone out with my shit. I don't like letting anyone know my shit. So a lot of people actually think I'm doing a lot better than I am. Yeah, it's just because I don't. I should be more open, but at the same time, I don't like publicizing my dirty laundry, I guess. So, oh, so dyed my hair. Oh, I had help dyeing my hair because my hands bung. So, alright, so what has happened? So, basically, the catalyst surprisingly is COVID. I was never going to be, it was never going to, I never thought it would affect me like this, but so I've been maintaining a weight of around between 45 and 48 kilos for quite a while now. It was a sustaining pattern. We knew that. Stuff needed to get done, but it was holding okay until I ran out of some of my hormone meds. Yeah. When was that? About a month and a bit ago, and it's due to a worldwide shortage. And due to the nature of what's my endocrine problems, there was nothing else. Literally, there is nothing else that can replace it. There is nothing else with that combination of hormones. And anyone that knows me knows, I sort of ran the gauntlet with a bunch of stuff when I was 17, 18, and first started getting endocrine problems, and they made me really sick. So finding something that I could take really, really helped. And it was, yeah, my body's a finicky motherfucker. So that basically, I had to stop taking that very suddenly. And was told that there will be a replacement in maybe September, October, or maybe there'll be new stock. So what we didn't know was that my hormones probably, very likely be artificially keeping my weight up. And I went from being able to maintain to dropping a lot of weight very quickly. I went from, and this is nothing that anyone could have done. Like, Dev has been, don't even get me started on the wonderfulness of that freaking human. There's not enough bloody hours in the day. There's nothing anyone could have done. And I dropped from that down to, I think I've got a photo the other week. It was 40.1. And as you can tell, like, I don't look great. The skin on my face hangs. I'm under light now, but like I don't. Yeah, my ribs are out. My stomach is concave. My spine looks like Godzilla. And my knees are the widest part of my legs. And then everything just started falling off. A couple of weeks ago, I started getting burning in my hands. Like, it was burning, tingling weirdness. I'm like, oh, maybe it's because it's winter and it's damn cold and I have no body fat. So I didn't think much of it until the burning and tingling, and then the burning and tingling disappeared, and it was replaced with, I just can't feel the tips of my hands, my fingertips, which, if anyone knows me, knows that I basically sustain my sanity by sitting in my craft room and making things, and this was being taken away from me, and I'm like, this isn't how I want things to be. And then a couple of months back, I was seeing an osteopath I kept getting back pains because my legs are too heavy for my back. It puts my back out when I sleep. I have to raise my legs up really high. So that was happening a lot more, and more things. I crick and I click a lot more. Things are just coming out of place, and it hurts. And I was just in screaming pain a few days back. You couldn't touch me. Dev couldn't get me to the doctor. We were so scared. Lockdown, pandemic, coronavirus, no immune system, of taking me anywhere and what that would mean. Plus, I don't know if anyone knows right now, if you go into hospital, like, no one goes with you. Even carers are being denied. So I would have to go to hospital alone, and I'm not always lucid. And given my previous experiences with hospitals, for example, my last hospital visit to the Austin, I was put in a ward and not given food or water for 24 to 48 hours. They knew I was there. The nurses were in tears because I'm in there with a feeding tube and they can't put me on a drip. I have a bit of a thing with hospitals now, apparently. That's a bit of PTSD there. And sorry if I forget things. Where was I? I forget things a lot. I'm really sorry. So so I was in lots of pain, and so we've had some blood tests done, and they're like, you are ridiculously low in vitamin D, vitamin B12, like, and so let's have some shots and stuff. And the day came to get the shots and stuff, and woke up and I can't even remember anything because I was just screaming in pain, and um, I had an appointment. I had a Zoom appointment with my surgeon in Sydney. I got one because my weight had dropped, and he was really worried. He's like, "I'll fit you in today. Like, yeah, I'll fit you in ASAP." And he, I was barely able to talk to him because I was just in so much pain, and I'm really hesitant about taking painkillers because one, I'm very sensitive to opiates and anesthetics, and if I'm under, I'm not eating and drinking, which means when I wake up, I'm already behind again, on top of the dehydration and lack of food I've already got. And so I'm not very lucid, and I can be hard to move around. I could be floppy. I can drop very quickly. My blood pressure drops again. So it's dangerous for me to sleep. I will be out of it for too long when I can't eat and drink. And that's basically my big. I didn't want to take any painkillers because I wanted to be able to eat and drink and have my brain and be able to communicate. No one understands this or sees it. Some people close to me have. It freaks out a lot of people, and I really apologise for it. I can't help it, or how or when it happens. And I seem to have lost lots of people out of my life because of it. So basically, he was going to expedite some letters and referrals to some. My Sydney surgeon wanted someone that he trusted with something as complex as my case to pass the ball to, because there's no way I can get to Sydney. There's nothing my doctor in Sydney can do. He's helpless, and I need help. I'm getting at that critical point. Like, it sounds so funny to like just be able to sit and go, yeah, you know what? If I just let nature take its course, I'd be dead in 6 months. And just laugh at it because it's the truth. It's alright. I feel like I'm sort of half dead and faded away from the world most days anyway. But then Sunday comes and I'm still in screaming pain, and we both came to the decision like we're gonna have to like mask the hell up and something like. Dev was on 24-hour care. Like, usually he's on, like, it's pretty constant, most of the days, but he can usually, get stuff done, like, go to the supermarket, have a shower, go to the bathroom, do his eBay stuff. Like, he could not do anything. It was, I don't know how he puts up with me. He is beautiful. He is just too beautiful for freaking words. It was beyond the point where he could do anything for me. And he needed help. So we suited up. I cried. Came to the piece in my head that if anything happened to me, and I had to get admitted, and that I would be alone, and that's just how it's going to be. That's the way things go. And when we went to, middle of coronavirus lockdown, went to the ER and at Box Hill, and didn't have to wait I'm really bad with time. I don't think we had to wait too long. Got wheeled in a wheelchair, temperature taken. Not many people there. Surprisingly, they have coronavirus suspected people in a separate isolation sort of waiting room. So first I went in there, and he was like, maybe it's like an old people sort of get this if they lose a lot of weight quickly because their bones are really weak, they get like spinal fractures, and they were worried. First thing was like, you may have like a spinal fracture because of weak bones and malnutrition, weight loss. And I'm like, oh shit, like shit. He's like, look what we'll do. I'll talk to some people. We don't have any of your history here because once again, I refuse to go back to the Austin. And I've got medical files everywhere, so they're kind of going on what I'm saying. So they kind of also did the pull Dev aside and go, is she faking this? Is this an eating disorder? And you guys just started saying I'm going to have to get a letter from my psychiatrist saying, legit does not have eating disorder. Is physical help, please. They were just trying to get, basically, they were like, okay, it's a very complex case, and there's not a lot we can do, this second, without knowing your history, but let's deal with what we are presenting with. You are in excruciating pain. Let's find out why you're in pain. Let's try and figure out some stuff, and then wait for this referral letter from your doctor, and then we can help you further. You can't just walk into an ED, unfortunately, and just go, give me an NG tube. It ain't going to happen. A lot of people have gotten really frustrated, like, why don't you just, walk in and get this fixed? I'm like, mate, seriously, so much red tape. Like, you can't, I've walked into hospitals and gone, I'm so dehydrated, I need, 4 litres of freaking IV, please, I'm starving to death. And they can literally only give me one bag based on my word, because they don't have my history. They can't. They go see a specialist. No surgeon wants to touch another surgeon work. No one wants to get involved when you've got specialists involved. Trust me, it's like, I have a lot of friends that do tattoos, right? It's like, so if you say you get a tattoo started, and then you go to another tattooist and want them to finish it, how much that tattooist was really hesitant to touch another person's work. Same things with messing with your guts and surgery. Don't want to do it. Sorry. I'll be sick. Alright. Sorry. I'll see. Okay, sorry. I'll be 2 seconds. Okay, so basically what is wrong with me currently, apart from the, starving to death very, very excruciatingly slowly, is that sort of the catalyst, it's just everything's starting to fall to bits now. It's been 2.5 years of malnutrition and vitamin deficiencies and dehydration, and just that number creeping down and down and down. So what has happened to my body in that time is, anyone, again, people that have been in my life for a while, they know I have, was born with a connective sort of tissue bone disorder called Navitel syndrome. So I've got hypermobile hips, my hips tilt forward, my back's a bit out, it's lots of little things wrong with me, bung thumbs, weird hands, so I already had no kneecaps and weak knees now, and weak hips and stuff like that. So when you have lack vitamin D and just a bunch of vitamins and nutrition, so after you burn through all your fat, your muscles start getting eaten. So basically my muscle wastage is at a point where my skeleton is not being held together properly. It's too weak. So my bones are moving when they shouldn't. I'm basically falling apart, literally. And the pain is neuropathic. It is nerve pain. It is due to my connective tissue and nerve damage due to vitamin deficiencies and malnutrition. And so my nerves are firing off. All pain is the same pain. Paper cuts to bone breaks would feel the same for me. Just everything hurts. So my bones being out and moving and I click, everything clicks and cracks when I move, and it all hurts excruciatingly, even though it probably was just someone cracking their knuckles. It is so painful to me, but because my brain doesn't know the difference, or my nerves don't know the difference, it's just all pain. So my connective tissue is all degrading, so I'm basically just coming apart at the seams at this point. And the numbness in my hands, if not treated, would spread to my hands and feet and could be permanent. But because we're treating it now, it's a vitamin B12 thing. So make sure, if your doctor says take vitamin B12, fucking take it. I'm telling you, you don't want to lose your hands. I put on lipstick today and I look like the freaking Joker, and it was terrible. And I was trying to make myself feel pretty and it didn't work. Yeah, so I will get feeling back in my hands if anyone was worried. It will come back. I've been told it's reversible, but I don't want to have that as a definite. I'm preparing myself for maybe it will not come back 100%. I'm just being calm with it. It won't get any worse and will get a bit better. As to the level of better, I'm going to leave that until I can feel everything again. So I have an appointment with a surgeon, a bariatric specialist that my doctor in Sydney, my specialist in Sydney, trusts, and has my full case history and knows how important this is and has rushed me through. She also works at Box Hill, so she has surgeons had work at different hospitals. So I'm doing a Zoom call. Obviously, everything is a Zoom call now. And we're going to expedite me getting a feeding tube. Basically, I need surgery. I need, Dr. Talbot was saying, bypass or something to do with connecting a bit of bowel to my stomach to get around the stenosis. So my stomach, basically, I've got scar tissue in my stomach, stenosis. It's all twisted, and my stomach is not flexible. It does not let food in because of the scar tissue. Scar tissue, as we know, does not stretch. So food goes into my stomach. Scar tissue is like, nah, and pushes it back out. I vomit. My teeth are so bad now. My teeth are grey. After 2.5 years of vomiting every day, I've got the teeth of a bulimic. It's terrible. I used to have wonderful, nice teeth. Like, out of all the genetic freaking curses that I have, I did have nice teeth, and now I don't have such nice teeth, and it's horrible. And they've cracked and grey, and I'm gonna probably have to fork out a lot, or just go toothless. So I'll be on a feeding tube minimum 6 weeks, maybe longer. Last time was 8 months. So he didn't want to do a peg because a peg would interfere with further stomach surgery. It could cause more complications. Plus, it's an operation, plus infection right now. I would not fight off any infection. I would probably just be an infections bitch right now. It really sucks. I'm trying to sit in my craft room and just have good vibes because it brings me so much joy, and I can't wait for the day I can do stuff again. I really wanted to do that live tutorial with porn and Suburbia and just do something good for this lockdown, and I hate that my stupid body has put it on hold for me because I really, really wanted to do it with you guys. You have no idea how happy it makes me when you're stuck inside a house with a cat and a wonderful human, but there's about 3 people that come see me sometimes when there's not lockdown. I have a very small world, and sometimes doing craft and trying to make nice things and just makes me feel like I'm part of the world still, part of something bigger, when sometimes I feel like I'm kind of non-existent. But I'm sorry if I worried you at all. Know that I'm in the best hands. I will be featuring a wonderful face snorkel for the foreseeable future soon. So be kind. If you have kids and you see someone with a face snorkel out, don't pull them away from them and say they have AIDS or something. Don't be shit. In Melbourne, it's not a worry because I can just wear a face mask now, apparently, so you can't tell. But yeah, I'll be okay. It is shit now. It is hard now, and I'm scared. And let's face it, it's pretty fucking serious. But you'll never get that out of me because I don't believe in that kind of shit. I always play it down, don't I? I should probably tell people how bad it is, but I don't. I don't ever want to be a downer. I don't want to burden everyone else with my shit. I don't want to be that friend that you have to be like, oh god, she's got bad news again. I don't want anyone, because I have had people go, oh, I don't want to tell you about my stuff because it's not as bad as yours. That makes me feel terrible. Like, it's not comparable to anyone else's stuff because it's mine and that's theirs. And I'm not making this video to get sympathy or to make anyone feel bad. I wanted to say thank you for anyone that has reached out. I wanted to let people know in a way that I can't really text. So I just wanted to let everyone know that I'm okay if you're worrying. I don't assume that people are, but I'm okay. It'll be okay. It's shit. It's been shit for a long time, and it'll be shit for a long time to come, but I'm okay. In my head, I'm mostly okay. Like, trust me, I have a psychiatrist and a psychologist I see via Zoom. Like, I'm actually in a really good place. It's just I can't stop what is happening, and sometimes it's hard. Like, trust me, but I'm not like looking for a way out or any shit like that. I'm actually doing okay. Like, I just get pissy when I can't do craft. That's basically that's literally my mind frame. Like, I'm just mad I can't make shit right now. But I'll be okay, and I just wanted you to know that I'll be okay. And yeah, and stay safe out there, and good, wash your hands, and if you're in Melbourne, stay the fuck home, because I need freaking medical help and your shit's going out, freaking stopping me, freaking. And Dev needs basketball because I drive him mad. And if anyone could just swing Dev a text and tell him he's like the best freaking human that exists, and that would be amazing, because let's face it, he kind of is and deserves it, and does not get enough props for the 24/7 fucking impeccable hair he gives me, and for the family that he makes me feel part of. And I will always be forever grateful for him and for Ron and Suzanne for fucking taking care of me like one of their own and accepting me for the exact freak that I am. I'm abrasive and annoying as fuck, and they don't seem to mind. And I'm so grateful. Yeah. Alright guys, talked enough. And I need more painkillers. I'm really uncomfortable. Alright. I love yous. Thank you for caring.